What are the characteristics of a psychopath at work? How can you tell if someone in your workplace is a psychopath or just a little rude? Psychopaths crave power and control over other people and prefer to be at the very top of the ladder because it allows them to exert control over the most amount of people, although not always will they make it there. Because a psychopath is manipulative, they'll appear to be witty, intelligent, or charming at first glance, and only after spending time with them will you see their true colors. So today, we'll go over 7 signs that someone is a psychopath at work. The first sign that someone at work is a psychopath is a habit of public humiliation of others. For example, they may have frequent outbursts of temper tantrums on the extreme end, or they may express this trait by often ridiculing work performance, especially of subordinates. People with this trait of psychopathy often display this type of behavior because it allows them to exert control over a situation in one way or another. Additionally, it allows them to shift the blame from poor leadership to poor performance in many cases, because they will try to put themselves above question when it comes to performance at work. The second sign of psychopathy at work we'll talk about today is the malicious spreading of lies and rumors. For example, they will try to be intentionally deceitful about themselves or others for their own self-gain. A manager may spread lies about a peer who he sees as a threat or rival in order to get his subordinates to think less of them and more of him, or he may intentionally lie to their boss in a more direct effort to get him fired. Either way, the psychopath will display this type of behavior because of their general indiscretion and inconsideration for others and their extreme narcissism, which prevents them from considering the effects of their actions on others. Thirdly, a psychopath at work may display a complete lack of guilt or remorse for any failings or mistakes, even if they are extremely obvious. For example, a manager may blame subordinates for poor work performance and even lie to his boss, when in reality, the poor work performance was actually caused by a failure of scheduling on the manager's part. Although this may seem like a small thing, the shifting of blame and refusal to accept any guilt is what is often touted as a telltale sign of psychopathy. The third sign is a rapid shifting of emotions. You never know what mood they'll be in from one moment to the next. They may seem almost bipolar, but they're actually doing it to exert control over other people. This is again gaining attention and using exaggerated emotional states as a way to induce high anxiety in others, whether they be peers or subordinates. For example, a psychopath may seem happy and jolly one moment and furious the next, with absolutely no warning over the tiniest thing. They'll do this purposefully to make others around them anxious. The fourth sign of a psychopath in the workplace is encouraging others to torment, alienate, humiliate, or harass others. They will most often express this type of behavior among peers. For example, they may encourage a harmless joke that they know is actually deep down hurtful to the target and will be gratified when that person suffers because of them. This relates to the psychopath needing to feel and exert control over those around them constantly. The fifth sign is that a psychopath will steal, take credit for, or sabotage another person's work. They'll display this type of behavior because, again, they have absolutely no sense of guilt or shame and absolutely no consideration for others, as they see themselves as the center of the world in their narcissistic outlook. The sixth sign that someone is a psychopath in the workplace is often taking or borrowing personal or organizational items without ever having the intention to return them. This is because they don't have consideration for how another person would feel about their stapler going missing. They only cared that they needed a new stapler and that Stacy over there had one. This is a small example, but it can scale rapidly into malfeasance as they grow to flaunt the rules more regularly. And finally, the seventh sign of a psychopath at work is setting employees up for failure and setting unrealistic expectations. For example, they may demand unattainable job performance and then dock points or pay for failing to meet that goal. This makes them feel powerful and displays one of the main traits of a psychopath, the need for control. Although this is certainly not an exhaustive list of signs that someone in the workplace may be a psychopath, they are the most telltale ones. Just because someone displays one trait does not mean they are a psychopath automatically. However, if they display multiple behaviors like this, the chances they are go way up. If you found this video at all helpful or valuable, please comment down below, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe.